have massive fans in India. You would want to visit and
100%. I would love to.
Especially because, there were these rumors of you doing a Bollywood film here called Tiger versus Pathaan. Is it true? And everybody went like berserk saying, we have Jason in a Bollywood film.
That'd be amazing. that would be amazing.
Well, hold on.
More than I have to sing though.
No, we got to make this happen. You just became my new best friend.
No, I wasn't offered a role, but I would love it if I was offered a role. No, you did not offer that to me.
Oh God, okay, people make it happen. I love rumors like that. Make it come true. You met Shah Rukh.
I absolutely did. Yeah, I did. Beautiful. Mama showed me that there's many accounts of Hawaiians. The white men would see Hawaiians riding on sharks, and we just thought it was a really beautiful symbol, something we haven't seen. But there's no reason that we're not. Every indigenous tribe is connected very much to their environment and their nature.
I can see that people would love that there would be an Aquaman Easter egg. And, you can run with that if you want to, but I think Jason answered it. The truth is that we just wanted to find a way to not only introduce the character, but introduce the world and show them something that was rooted in, reality.
Director, writer, and everything of the show. So it always helps to have somebody like that associated, isn't it?
I think it's just going to be like such a special moment for him to like screen this in his homelands. Like, how special is that? And we get to be there and be like, oh, we found it too. We got it. Yeah.
And I mean, this is the place, this is the island where he got his first big break.
Yeah.
I know I was involved in projects like Moana. I played Moana's father, Chief Tui, but there's still a tendency that it's made by Disney, and they have to get cultural consultants in. But who's actually running telling the story? So from here, we're coming from a more authentic point of view, as Cliff pointed out. It's a Hawaiian lens.
He spotted me on a beach, invited me to his house for that night for dinner. And, suggested that I be in his shows. Not suggested, but he told me, you're gonna play Kamehameha in my show. And I told him, you're full of it. And I left. And, a few years down the line, 3 years, 2022, I get a call from Jason, and he's like, okay, I told you so. You playing Kamehameha in my show? And I answered with, I never say yes.
Hello everybody, I'm Radrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guests today are so special and they are so proud to represent their culture and give us this epic Hawaiian series. I'm of course talking about the team of Chief of War. Thank you, Jason, and thank you, Pa, for doing this.
Thank you for having us.
100%.
Absolutely. Jason, like the rest of the world, you have massive fans in India. So welcome to India. I'm doing this to the...
Thank you very much.
We would love to have you. I know you said you would want to visit and...
100%. I would love to.
I know. And especially because, there were these rumors of you doing a Bollywood film here called Tiger versus Pathaan and said that, is it true? And everybody went like berserk saying, we have Jason in a Bollywood film.
That'd be amazing. that would be amazing.
Well, hold on.
More than I have to sing though.
No. We got to make this happen. You just became my new best friend.
Absolutely. We are best friends. But is it true you were offered a role in that film? Is it true?
No, I wasn't offered a role, but I would love it if I was offered a role. No, you did not offer that to me.
Oh God, okay, people make it happen. I love rumors like that. Make it come true. But like I said, but you met Shah Rukh.
I absolutely did. Yeah, I did. Beautiful.
How was that interaction? It was wonderful to see all the actors come together during the 2019 Joy Forum.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, we loved it. Like I said, we would like to see a collaboration between the two of our biggest stars, but like I said, maybe Para can make it happen. There are more chances.
Bollywood's gonna call me, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. This thing about representing the Hawaiian culture. You've been someone who's always spoken about that, and authenticity is so important for you. But when you're directing something, you directed before, but right now you've co-written this, you've directed this, you're starring in it. There's also that pressure because everybody I spoke to said about how they felt at peace because you were associated with it, and both of you believe in the kind of authenticity. So what are your thoughts on that? Was it challenging? How did you balance that act of playing multiple roles in a special project like that for you?
Well, I think I've trained for this moment. You know, it's I've got to go to school and learn the art of acting and filmmaking for the last 20 plus years, and this is the story that I wanted to tell, and it's the dream, and I've built the team, and we were ready, and it was the absolute the perfect moment, and so I don't. I wasn't scared of any of it except for just want to make my people proud. I mean, it really just comes down to like doing your best, giving your all, and hopefully they'll be proud of you. And I think we're hopefully going to accomplish that.
No, 100%. This question's for both of you. I have the Aquaman team in front of me. Was it on purpose? The sharks had to come up because everybody's talking about once an Aquaman, it's always there.
Well, there's Thomas showed me that there's many accounts of Hawaiians. The white men would see Hawaiians riding on sharks, and we just thought it was a really beautiful symbol, something that we haven't seen. But there's no reason that we're not. You know, every indigenous tribe is connected very much to their environment and their nature and the animals that are in their environment. So it wouldn't be out of place, and it just felt like that is something that they would have that connection and that they would be one. So we put it in there as something that we haven't seen before and something that was actually, a true document.
I love it. You want to comment on that?
Sure. I mean, I can see that people would love that there would be an Aquaman Easter egg. And, I mean, you can run with that if you want to, but I think Jason answered it. The truth is that we just wanted to find a way to not only introduce the character, but introduce the world and show them something that was rooted in, reality, but give them something they haven't seen before. I really like the response that people are like, hey, that scene is so cool, but like, I know that's Hollywood. I mean, I know that that's not real. That's something that you guys, would put in there just to like draw audiences in. But for us to be able to retort that and say, no, I mean, yeah, there are firsthand accounts of people saying Hawaiians ride sharks the way cowboys ride horses.
Do you know how brave I was to get in the water with that big of a shark and ride it?
It was amazing. It was amazing. And I was underwater filming it the whole time in a model.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Just in case.
Thank you for the bravery. I just want to say that. Because of you, we get to get moments like that.
Yes.
But thank you so much. This is, like I said, it's been such a pleasure chatting with both of you. And I've seen the series. I know it's a passion project because I see it. I see the kind of effort you guys have put in. But yeah, any last words for your Indian fans?
Listen, if you followed my career this far, this is a huge a gift to you. This is my heart and soul at the highest level with my best friends. Everyone that made this have been with me since I was 19 years old. On my first show in Hawaii, this is my last show. So I just feel like this is all I have. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and if you watch, we'll continue to make more.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I took a little bit.
I'll be waiting by the phone.
Yes.
All right.
My guests today are so special and, of course, so proud of their Maori culture. And they are going global and making us proud. We have to talk about, of course, Chief of Four. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having us.
This is a big step in that direction for both of you, I think, as actors who have been, in little ways or the other, you all made sure that part of you stays alive. So starting with you, and then of course, you. So Luciane, tell us how that experience has been right now, because like I said, this is global.
It's global. It hasn't really kicked in yet. I had a moment last night. I think after talking to you, you were like, "Oh, this is coming out soon," and I was like, "What do you mean? It's been 3 years, and like it's finally hitting me." I think it's going to be a beautiful celebration on Friday, tomorrow, because a lot of us cast haven't been together, and all of our creators who could make it out here, we all kind of grew together along the process. We kind of blindly walked into this being like, let's hope for the best. And we've all watched all the episodes and feel really proud. We have a group chat that we're like, guys, the opening credits is cool, so just little things like that. And I think it's just a beautiful journey that we all got to experience with each other, and yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. There's so much. Honestly, there's so much to talk about. We can talk about it for forever, and there's so many facets to the show. Not only just in the show itself, but also in the process of making it, and so many people involved that it really was an honor to be a part of the journey. It's not something, there's not very many opportunities to surround yourself with experts in a particular country or culture. And so to have that opportunity is such an incredible gift. And to hear the excitement from people like yourself who have seen it and who want to talk about it and want to celebrate it just is so exciting for us, because it means the work that everyone put in, because everyone did, it was everything that anyone had. Every single person invested their entire being into the show, and to see that work pay off gives me a lot of hope for the future of Indigenous storytelling.
No, absolutely. And also like the chemistry between the two of you. People keep bringing up Jason as Khal Drogo and say, but this is a very different zone. Once you see the show, they'll realize your character is truly a queen because she holds her own.
Yeah, for sure. I think, we wanted to explore what relationships were like back in the time. And it is political. The Ali'i could, be with anyone that they wanted, male or female, as you see in the show. And it wasn't like the other way around. So we didn't want to create this, scandal, there's someone else. But specifically for my character, until she produces an heir, she must strictly be with her husband, who was a chief. So that's a whole nother layer. But I think there's so many amazing interactions with every character that we kind of cross paths with. I know with like Teao and I, we made links of how she was in my position once in the real history. So we had little moments of looks where I say goodbye to my mother and she can see that connection of like, I know exactly where she's heading, and just that female connection. It wasn't written, but we just like to sprinkle a
little extra.
If anyone's interested and wants to rewatch.
But I think it's really, I think at the time it just felt right for us to do that. But I think now seeing it, it's so much more impactful knowing that we're able to offer a different perspective of love and relationships and how we all are affected by it and how we can choose to experience that. And I think it was really exciting to be able to offer that perspective through an Indigenous lens.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more authentic than Jason Momoa himself, who is very, very insistent and is making sure that the Hawaiian culture comes out through its authenticity and, director, writer, and everything of the show. So it always helps to have somebody like that associated, isn't it?
For sure.
I think it's just going to be like such a special moment for him to like screen this in his homelands. Like, how special is that? And we get to be there and be like, oh, we found it too.
We got it.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the place, this is the island where he got his first big break.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Full
where
circle.
the whole journey began and where he made all these connections and was inspired to tell his stories. And so to watch that happen in real time is kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like, that's very cool. It's what it is to be Polynesian. We tautoko.
Yeah.
I wish I could chat more, but this was really, really fun. Thank you so much. I'm cheering for you, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Like I said, the show looks so interesting. And like I said, I hope to see so much more of you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
My guests today are so talented, and I'm so excited to be chatting with the cast as Chief of War. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Thank you.
Aloha. I mean, you already said you've, you know Mumbai, you've been to India. Let's hear about that. Welcome to India.
Oh, well, I think it's what's amazing about this TV series is what I discovered when I went to India. When I was actually in the southern part in Madras, and what I discovered was these massive temples and cities that were equal to Rome and Greece and Egypt. I didn't know that. I hadn't been taught that at school. In New Zealand, I thought that the Indian people ran corner stores and were dentists and doctors. I didn't know that they had whole empires and kingdoms, and that part of our history had been erased because of a part of the colonizers' experience, that our sense of self was reduced. So I discovered that when I went to India, and I really appreciated that. And so this series really is about acknowledging Hawaii, that I don't think very many people understand. There was a whole kingdoms here on 8 islands, not just 8 islands of Hawaii. He represented Maui. I was on Hawaii. There's Oahu. And on each corner of each island, there were kingdoms. And there was 1 million Hawaiians who lived here. And there were great battles and scenes, you know, where they were of conflict and trying to find peace and resolution and leadership for the Hawaiian Islands. So, yeah.
No, absolutely. You know, we've seen the impact of what movies can do. You know, Temuera, you were part of Moana as well, and we saw how beautifully the world accepted and understood it, tried understanding the culture, Hawaiian culture, even though it was an animation. You know, Moana got that kind of love. Movies can unite and educate people. Do you hope that the Chief of War takes this, like he said, one step further in making people really understand the Hawaiian culture, the Polynesian culture, and their fight to keep their land and everything alive?
Yeah, it's a big difference here, I think, because we have the co-creators, Jason Momoa and Pa'a, and they're Hawaiian. So Pa'a has a lot of knowledge in terms of the true, authentic Hawaiian history. They've managed to weave a beautiful narrative, looking at historical, cultural, and significant ancestors that existed here. So it was a wonderful narrative. It has a lot of depth as well in terms of the language, in terms of the production design as well. So quite a special project. It's quite epic. They're following the journey, of course, of Jason's character called Kaina, who actually existed, who left these islands, traversed the world, ended up in places like China, and brought a lot of information back to the islands. It's a story about him trying to unify the islands for peace. And again, it's just, I know I was involved in projects like Moana. I played Moana's father, Chief Tui. But there's still a tendency that it's made by Disney, and they have to get cultural consultants in. But who's actually running telling the story? So from here, we're coming from a more authentic point of view. As Cliff pointed out, it's a Hawaiian lens storytelling now. They've utilized the four corners of Polynesia.
And in the Hawaiian language.
And also in the Hawaiian language. And, that was a lot of work we had to do. All the actors, all the cast, we spent months and months and months trying to perfect the sound of the Hawaiian language. There's apostrophes, there's okinas, there's these sounds like ho'o, ho'o, pono, pono, ho'o, kahi, ka'iana. Oahu, we say generally we say Maui, but the word's actually Maui. The word's not Oahu, it's Oahu. So we worked hard on getting more authenticity into the language, into the culture, into the storytelling. And at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to seeing Hawaiians watching their culture, hearing their language on this kind of scale. So again, we're very proud to be getting the call and coming to support our Hawaiian brothers. In the future, we know we can call on our Hawaiian brothers to come and support us in our small country of New Zealand on some of our projects. But again, this is going to be quite monumental, quite epic, and again, great story. And, we learned so much about us as Polynesians as well during this voyage. So again, thank you for that question.
Of course.
Aloha, India.
Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you so much. I am with the cast of Chief of War, and I am so excited because this is true storytelling and also showing their beautiful culture. Thank you for doing this. Both of you are people who truly have propagated and encouraged getting connected to their roots, and also, made sure that the world is aware of it. Moses, you are a very prominent theatre artist has it been difficult to break through as such in the mainstream Hollywood market? Do you think there are still issues that lies for actors like you who want to also keep the authentic, characters and cultures alive?
I think we're moving into a different time, a different feel in terms of how our stories are told and who gets to tell the stories. We still have a long way to go, however. I'm glad that I'm living at a time where a person like me is given the opportunity to tell our stories, and it's only going to get better and better and stronger. But yeah, there's still some challenges, but we're gonna break down those walls.
Absolutely. Kind of what a journey this has been for you, straight from farming to the movie set. It's incredible and such an inspiring story. But like I said, you look like a person and who's happy on both the paths, farming and being on the set. And I think that shows how proud you are of the place that you come from and where you belong. You also have co-founded a community that makes sure that purposes in encouraging the revitalization of land and keeping the native community alive. So I want to start from there, and then, of course, how Jason spotted you and you came here as well, of course.
Oh, yeah. I was actually coaching kids in outrigger canoe paddling, and he spotted me on a beach, invited me to his house for that night for dinner, and suggested that I be in his shows. Not suggested, but he told me, you're going to play Kamehameha in my show. And I told him, you're full of it. And I left. And, a few years down the line, 3 years, 2022, I get a call from Jason. And he's like, okay, I told you so. You playing Kamehameha in my show? And I answered with, I never say yes. He telling me I'm doing something, but I didn't say yes. And, we went back and forth for a little while. And eventually, consulted with a bunch of people, elders, kupuna, in prayer, pule, and eventually I decided to do it because if not me, then who? And that's where we are now.
You don't tell Kaina Makua that he's going to do something. He will decide if and when at all he's going to do it. And Jason learned that the hard way.
Absolutely. But, Kaina and Moses, I'd like to ask this question. What do you want the audience to take away from a show like Chief of War? Yes, it is being this epic Hawaiian battle, fighting against colonization, all of that. But once someone comes to the show, what is it that you hope that the people take away from it?
I want them to be able to celebrate our story, the stories of our people. Our people, first and foremost, seeing our stories on screen. I want us to just live in that moment and enjoy it. And the rest of the world, I want them to see our stories for the first time and also celebrate it and spread our culture and our stories throughout the world.
Our culture, our language, the way we interact with each other and connect with each other, land, all of our elements. Really mind-blowing all at the same time. And now the people will definitely see it on film. And they can feel everything you felt if you watched it already. It's not something you can teach. You got to just be immersed in it. Sometimes you got to be forced in it. Forced to feel it, forced to speak it, forced to become it. And that's really the only way. And so when people do visit Hawaii, after doing their due diligence and research of language, because they'll be inspired by the show, of our culture, because they'll want to come and learn and be a part of it and immerse themselves in it. When they do come, they're going to be conscious of a visitor. And I think that is so powerful because now it's going to become a very big educational tool for everybody.
And what will it take next time for you to say yes to a project if Jason's not associated with it?
We'll see.
We'll see. He'll decide.
I like how he's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
That we'll see is, I think, what got you casted. It's so convincing. It's kind of a little scary, intimidating all at the same time. Just kidding. But no, you're great in the show, both of you. It's been such an experience, like you said, truly, to watch it and live that story along with when you're playing it on screen. Thank you and all the very best.
Likewise, aloha.
Aloha.